Wow, after losing one last night, I got this beast this morning, so hopefully it's going to make the magic 30 mark. I'm well happy with that. Superb, mate. Oh, beautiful. Oh dear. Let's get it on those scales. On the scales, gone £30, 15 ounces. That will do me. Absolute beauty. Yep, there's no worries about that. Wow, good morning from the bivvy door, essentially. The rain has settled in now for the day. I don't particularly want to go and stand outside there and get wet, and I keep myself dry as much as possible today. Hopefully at some point I'll be running out there, landing a few carp. The conditions look absolutely ace. What I have noticed is the swallows are going around, popping up on insects and water and stuff. I think they'll be heading off pretty imminently to their pastures new and warmer climes. It's fantastic to see a couple of points. Sometimes there's a couple of hundred of them out there. I've decided to film and they've all disappeared, which is a bit of a shame. There we go. Can't always win them all, can you? But yeah, absolutely fantastic to watch this morning. So there we go. But yeah, no, that was it turned out to be a good result in the end. I don't know what I'm losing the fish on. I think it's some dead pads, roots or something. Something out there is causing me the fish to sort of go in it, go round it. So I'm just going to sort of be a little bit mindful. I might lead around there at some point later on, but what I don't want to do is find a snag and leave some line out there, which maybe one or other people might have done as well. So it just becomes more and more of a snag. Not a brilliant idea, but I think it's lily pads. And I'm getting my tackle back, which is what I want, minus the lead sometimes, not always. So there's no signs of weed, no signs of anything at all, really. Well, I think it's more sort of paddy than weed. I'll get a lump of weed back. Hey, you can see a lot of swallows out there at the moment if I keep the camera still. A good old feed up. Right, well, this is me for the day, probably. Just sitting in the bivvy, with a bit of writing, watching TV, and probably having a doze. I think would be a nice idea at some point. Catch up with some Zeds. And yeah, fingers crossed for something maybe. What I do keep forgetting to do, unfortunately, keep forgetting to press go on the old GoPro at the moment and videoing the other GoPro. Can't remember how to do it. So there's no playing of fish footage coming this week, unfortunately, unless I actually get my act together on the next one and remember. But we shall see. Rightio. Fingers crossed, eh? Well, miserable sim out here. There's not as much wind as I thought there would be. The rain has quite sort of settled in now, and it's getting reasonably, well, I wouldn't say it's heavy, reasonably heavy, I suppose. Yeah, it's pretty much, I think it's set in for a few hours at the moment. I'm going to scan the forecast, I think, and try and sort of plan and a fate enough approach. At some point when it dies down, but we'll only but see what we can do realistically. But yeah, I think this is 100% me for the day. I'm going to go and stick something on Netflix or some sort of Amazon-y thing or something. So I'll just chuck me water out the bivvy there. Yeah, something like that. That's all you can really do, really. I haven't seen much. I heard a few fish earlier this morning out there. It's been pretty sort of dead now. I'm not super confident when it's like this. I need it to sort of come and go. It's when they quite like to feed. And plus they've been mostly feeding at night in the early hours. Just have to sit it out, and hopefully tonight will bring me something again, or the early hours of tomorrow morning. Looking at the forecast I've just looked at, tomorrow morning, the early hours, it's going to be heavy rain. So This could be a hard 24 hours. Oh, yeah, hard 24 hours now. Have to see. There we go. But we're not going to give up. We're going to try. We're going to get a little bit more bait out there. Freshen the hook baits up for tonight. And fingers crossed. And an attempt to getting home reasonably dry tomorrow, which could be problematic. Maybe the afternoon. Have to see where that forecast takes us, really. Right, that'll be for me until probably later on this evening. Unless I can manage to get out for a walk. You never know. Stretch the legs is always good. Well, we've got a chance for an afternoon update. It's drizzling, but not really drizzling now. I've spawned out what's left of the bait. Fresh bait's on, cast back out there on the spots. Can't see any particular real reason at all whatsoever to change it. It's all looking pretty good and perfect, really. Conditions are, yeah, well, pretty impressive, really. I must say, quite happy with how it sort of panned out, really. Do with not losing them fish in that spot. Barring putting a lead down there, which I don't fancy doing, because I might find something that I don't want to find and then end up snapping up on it, and then, well, not wanting to fish here because I'll just snapped up on, left some tackle out there, but I'm just going to have to try a sort of little bit of a, well, try a different tactic. I think if I get a fish on that rod and it goes right on me, I have to loosen the line off and see where it goes. Don't know. I'm gonna have to try something. There's a couple of people gone home now. Looks like there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us fishing tonight. Someone might turn up tonight. I don't know. But me bivvy repairs have held out, I must admit. It's a job for when I get back. The bivvy does leak awfully a lot as well, so I'm going to have to spray that, which is a bit of a concern, really. I could be wasting my time on expensive spraying stuff, but who knows. I'll give it a go. The materials, there's nothing really wrong with the bivvy. It's just the poles, really, so I don't know, really. I've got some thought into that one. I might just save it until next year and just bring out the Titan and the overwrap, because I have a feeling I'm going to be on here quite a little bit now, more than I was. There's a little bit of thought into it, and I might just stay on here, to be honest with you. And if I get fed up in the winter, which I might do, I'll just head over to my little private club water I've got and fish there a little bit over the winter. And I will see. So yeah, I might dig out the Titan and just accept that that's what I've got to set up with an overwrap for a few nights and be comfortable. And fish like that might be a lot nicer. I don't know. I'm tempted to dig out an old JRC thing I've got and maybe waterproof that. I just never give up using old bivvies, unfortunately. It's just my thing to just buy a brand new one, but yeah, too much money, unfortunately. Can't justify it. The wife would have a wobbly. But there you go. She'd have a wobbly if I told her even it was half the price that they are. So that would be quite funny. But no, if this conditions carry on, I'm hoping that the weather sort of does veer and go past us a little bit, and I can stand half a chance of missing a bit of this weather. But I'm sort of looking up there, you can see it sort of rushing by from that direction, and I'm sure the rain and stuff's coming up from the south, so it must be just getting sort of sucked up and whirled around, if you know, swirled around, that's the word. So don't know, but we've made our decision. We're not doing anything silly like packing up and running home now. I think it's worth doing another night. If I had 2 takes a night, so I'll get 2 more takes tonight. That'll be good. Get them both in, it'll be even better. Get one of them in, I'll just have to live with that. Get none of them in, and well, yeah, I'll be grumpy. What I've got to do is try to remember to turn the old camera on tomorrow at some point. But there we go. Assuming I catch fish in daylight, of course. I saw something show a little while ago out there. We'll see. See, they've got hiccups now, so I'm going to bid you farewell. It's about 4ish, got past 4, 20 past 4, so settle down now for the evening, just relax, watch the water, check the weather, update my blog. Must have just seen a fish roll at the right range where I'm fishing at the moment, but about 6, 7, 10 foot to the right of where I am on the left hand rod. If it sort of carries on, if it's depending, I don't know which way it was rolling, whether it's rolling left or right, so it's either going towards me baited area or going away. Going away, it will soon come across the other one, so crikey. Half 4 take would be nice, wouldn't it? Bit of daylight action. Who knows? Fingers crossed. On that note, I'm definitely going to sit down in the bivvy now and keep my eyes peeled. And I'll start to wake up a little bit. Cool. I'll scrape £20 hopefully. I'm happy with that. We get it on the scales and right, a funny take about 2 hours ago. With nothing on the end. Had a read. Right, well, good morning folks. It's just gone 7 o'clock. The rods are on the ground. It's not raining, it's slightly drizzling. The bivvy is near enough empty. Everything's on the barrow, so I am in a little bit of a rush because by 7:30, 8 o'clock, the heavens are supposed to open for the rest of the morning until after lunch. So I'm going to try my best to get home in as dry a state as possible. And yeah, because I don't think there's any point in sitting here during the day. As you might have noticed, I've got absolutely nothing during the day whatsoever. So there's no point in hanging around. I've got some bivvy repairs to do at some point. Maybe this afternoon, because apparently the sun's supposed to be out this afternoon at 4 o'clock, so you never know. But there we go. That